Happy Wednesday, baby.
Happy Wednesday, Tanjareen.
Happy Wednesday, everyone out there at home. It's time for another fantastic episode
Another one.
the Marriage Go Round podcast. We are accidentally dressed in Christmas colors
These aren't Christmas colors.
because we don't see each other before we come into this room.
That's
and I
like
love
a
it.
nice teal. I'm Red Ranger today.
You're Red Ranger?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't let your friend, the Black Ranger, know about that.
They're best friends.
They're best friends?
Yeah.
I've never seen them together.
Yes, you have.
No, never. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode number 81 of the Marriage Go Round podcast, a relationship podcast with your real life married couple hosts and comedians and content creators and actors and writers. Tanjareen, his name is CT. I've missed you guys. We took off last week. Let's see who was in here before we got here. First up was Jordan Taylor. He says, okay, I just cleaned the screen. Here, you push it, baby. Maybe it wants your finger to do it. Jordan's. What's going on? All right. Hi, everybody. Talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Hey.
Baby, come on. Do your set. Do some time.
Go.
Do your little jokes.
Do your skit on the stage when people say that.
Yeah, do your little jokes. When we go to Detroit, his uncle JR would always make him do comedy at the barbecue in the backyard by the garage.
Which was never
as an adult. Like
it never was beneficial to me because doing comedy in front of people who don't go to comedy shows, it was just like, it was, I hated those times.
That's so funny. And you don't know if they go to comedy shows.
I do.
It was at his barbecue. You don't know. All right.
People in Detroit don't care about nothing that you're doing.
Damn.
Nah. Hey, yeah, I'm on TV. Okay.
That's what's up. Okay, I think I got it to work. All right, y'all. Let's read who was in here before we got here. Jordan Taylor says this video is going to be so great. We never forget how much this reshaped so much meaning in our lives. It has put everyone on the right path. For that, we are greatly thankful for this show, both Tanj and CT. Whew, no punctuation. We love you. I know it came from a positive place. Thank you, Jordan Taylor, for the sweet comment. Latasha Luxuries was next up with Marriage Go Round and our favorite emojis. Keena Keed says, we ready, hashtag Team Tanjareen, hashtag Team Reen. And she left it at that, as she should. And then she wrote Team CT all day because she just wanted to get on my bad side. Just kidding. Autumn Reed says, even on vacation, I got to get my MGR fix with both of our emoji hearts. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Where are you? Where are you in the world? What's up, Eric Leggett with cute emojis. Isaac, gonna be another banger. Let's go. And I almost forgot Team CT. Hey, Isaac, you was good. You was good before. Just kidding. All right. Emperor Kev says, hey, Monty's in the building. Lex is in the building. Whoop, whoop. Glad y'all are back. Thank you. Yes, I do, Lexi. I couldn't get it off the screen. Hairstyle looks nice. Thank you, Jordan Taylor. Appreciate it. My mommy's here. Autumn Reed says.
It's a delay on the thing.
It says, oh, wow, Tanj. I love the symmetrical bob and CT looking great as the Where's Waldo imposter. With the hat. Yeah, that is
I'll tell you
good.
something. Ought to be on my head, but
She does. I'll be thinking she's Team Tanjareen, but I know better. She's visiting a friend in Vegas. Okay, nice. I'm going to Vegas in June for my sister's birthday. We're planning a girls trip. Anyways.
Who said you can go to Vegas?
I hadn't told him yet, y'all. This was him finding out. It's my
sister. You love doing that on TV.
It's my sister.
You did this a couple of years ago with the first incarnation of the Marriage Go Round.
So you just feel like something that happens every 2 years is me loving to do it?
Every 2 years?
Because you be telling me about new bookings and new things all the time on this show. So which one is it? I love to do it or you love to do it?
I'll agree.
I like that. And I'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get along. That's how you stay married. We're coming on 10 years.
That's right, fellas.
This year.
You sacrifice your soul in being right.
Why is this the pose for sacrifice?
You sacrifice your soul. Okay, guys? You bottle it up. You hold it in. And you, too, can be sick one day when you're old.
Yes, ladies. This is how you submit to a man. Yeah, you just make him think he's right all the time. And you let him be happy. And we still together after all these years. Anyways, we're going to sing the theme song. Then we're going to tell you what we've been up to because we've been gone for 2 weeks. And then we're going to get into some relationship memes and topics. And if you'd like to be on camera to talk about your relationship or give us advice or get your opinion on ours, just click the link in the description above, below, or beside the video you're watching right here on Facebook and YouTube where we're broadcasting live at the same damn time. You look very thoughtful. What you thinking about?
I'm just thinking about the pineapple.
Okay.
And I'm like,
there's a pineapple over here. You might as well grab it.
I'm excited for when my hair gets long enough, I can go back to doing my.
You were thinking about your hair when
Yeah.
you saw this, because when he had locks, I used to like when you put it, you would have it going back in that.
I was so happy to have that kind of length to be able to just do that.
I thought you were gonna say you were excited about what I was gonna create with the pineapple, but you're not even thinking about eating it.
No.
Okay. All right. What's
You know
up,
what's funny?
Latasha?
For about I'll say about a week or two as a kid, maybe I was like 7 or 8, I could not get enough of pineapples. Like my mother would be able to tell you, I had pineapples every single day for like a week or 2 weeks. I wanted everything pineapple. And then one day I was like, nah.
That's it? No more.
Tell you something. I can tell you, I can count on one hand how many times I've had pineapple since I was 8 years old, because I had so much of it. That's how addictive my personality is. And I realized that at that point. When I like something, I got to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So that's why I try to space things out that I enjoy.
I know. And the same thing kind of happened with me in the reverse. I loved pineapple, eating it in a mixture of other fruit that was chopped up. But when I went to Hawaii and visited the pineapple headquarters where Dole makes the pineapple products, and I was eating it almost every day in Hawaii, and it's so good out there because that's where it's from. When I got out here and ate it, it didn't taste as good, and I just don't like it out here. So usually when I get a mixture of fruit in like a fruit salad or something, I say no pineapple, because they're not going to do it the way they did it in Hawaii. I'm
talking about, first was pineapple, then was marshmallow. Marshmallow lasted a little longer.
Overdid it on marshmallows?
Yeah, I had so many marshmallows. And then, but I still enjoy a good marshmallow every now and again. I do not just see myself eating pineapple unless it's
coming out for me. Hey, all right, let's go to the theme song. You ready, baby?
Yep.
You weren't amused at all?
No.
You couldn't even give it to me?
No.
You can't even just.
Because you know what? I don't like false senses of confidence.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Like, you know.
I'll remember that.
There's.
He be here all day cracking jokes. I'm just going.
Oh, I'll be dying softly every time I crack jokes. I'm like, man, I'm used to this. Anyway, my point is, there's a friend of mine who does an impression of Vince McMahon, and the impression is really bad. And I remember humoring him the first time, and that's when I realized I can't do that to people. So I humored him the first time, and he kept doing it. Like he would be like literally like, hey, and do the voice. And about a week ago, I was like, hey man,
you crushed your soul.
Enough with that impression. It's not good. And he was like, fair enough. And I was like, that's my fault. It's not his fault. If I wouldn't have validated that impression the first time, it wouldn't have continued.
That's funny. Speaking of CT having an addictive personality, Autumn Reed says, oh, we know CT. We suffered through your Avengers game addiction. Team CT almost became Team Intervention.
Interestingly enough, Suicide Squad was down for like a month because I was really getting addicted to that, and I saw the same kind of pattern that I was going into it with Avengers.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm done with this. And I stopped playing it because the bugs were there. So now they fixed the bugs, and I'm playing it, but it's like I'm not as into it as I was before.
Well, sometimes I get to spend some time with him when he's not as into it as he was before. Ashley White says the short hair looks amazing on your Tanjareen. Thank you. Then Lexi Lex says, Tanjareen, you done got pineapple bougie too? LOL. That's funny because I'm a water snob as well.
You are, but you know what? Rightfully so. Like Arrowhead is not good.
We were at somebody's event this week, and that's the only thing they had to drink that wasn't alcoholic or sugary was Arrowhead water, and we were just like dry mouths. No, thank you. I'll just keep eating this bread and
I was at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach last week. I'll be there again this week, but I was there last week, and I went back there, and I never get a bottle of water, but I was so thirsty. And they were like, hey, you want some water? I'm like, yeah, because I saw a comedian have a crystal geyser on the table. I'm like, yeah, hands me 2 bottles. I'm over there talking at the table. I open the bottle, I'm just talking, and I drink it. I'm like, and I looked down, and I was like, Arrowhead? Why did I get a geyser like he had?
Yeah.
You could taste the difference.
There's a comedy club in Burbank who has free waters in the green room for the comedians, and it's usually Arrowhead. But I sat them down and talked to them in the office and asked them to please change that. And sometimes they do. CT looking like Where's Waldo Thug Cousin. Where's Makildo? Is that what it says? Malikdo.
I'll tell you this, man. That would have been cool, but Autumn beat you to the punch.
Yeah, Autumn already called him Where's Waldo. You're late, Emperor Kev.
And this is also why I don't wear red.
Well, it's also because you're a Crip.
Tans.
What's up? You're not claiming it right now?
Tans. You're out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not, I'm from Detroit.
Okay, well, I've been watching a lot of stuff, and y'all have Crips
I
out
am from
there.
Detroit.
All right. V. Ferreira says, can we test CT for steroids? I guess that's a compliment on all those muscles you over there growing. Shout out from the Caribbean guys, and I put that on Waz. Ooh, you're an old school follower. What's up, Addy784?
Thanks for spelling it correctly.
Thank you so much. All right, well, we're going to keep CT awake with the theme song. Are you ready, baby?
Yep.
Can you hand me that box of my cleanse stuff, please? I grabbed the wrong formula. I do need to get the second formula. Oh, shucks, it's sitting over there. All right, if you can reach it. Yeah, I need that one. Because this is the one I'm taking nice.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, here we go. I'm ready. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. I don't even remember it. Oh, hold on. Because Green Ranger said that we need to sing the theme song
in Nate Dogg's voice.
In Nate Dogg's voice. So, how would that go? You know? All right, we're going to sing it the regular way first, and we're going to figure out the Nate Dogg way.
It's only going to be one way.
Baby, I want to figure out the Nate Dogg way.
What I'm saying is,
we should
probably figure it out while it's happening.
Smoke weed every day. Give me one of Nate Dogg's, It Ain't No Fun. Is he on that song? If the homies can't have no.
I don't think that's him.
He's not on that. Give me one of his lyrics.
Lay low.
Oh, he better lay low. For the bitches that I've done some to the bottom. Now she said, she better lay low. Okay, here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go. I got it in my head now.
Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT's marriage go round. Cause it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. It ain't no
That's
fun.
Not him on the song.
It's not, but it's the first thing that came to my mind. Okay. What's the next thing we say? The real, married things and things. We don't know how to do this in another. We need a song. You got to tell us as a song, not as a person. Because he has so many different melodies.
Oh, man, I miss Nate Dogg.
We all do. West Side.
I got
Okay, here we go.
I got
Keep going.
In different area.
Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tangerine and CT's marriage go round. Because it's married things and things. Keep going, right?
That's all.
Married things and things. You're right. You could have just went into another song. I had your bad.
I was really into your melody.
It distracted you. You stopped and started being irritated. Right.
Blah. Hey, let me tell you something. My favorite one yet. That's the one.
What do you guys rate today's theme song on a scale of 1 to 10?
Hey, Green Ranger. You on your way. You the next Lenny Bruce.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Leslie Gottrip says, smoke weed every day. Jarvis says, it's for the kids. Like a gangster comedian, Lexi Lex says, that's him. I missed you all. Welcome back. Thank you. CT, you out here banging? LOL. Okay, this gangster Kirk Franklin stomp rendition ain't working, Autumn Reed says. Bandersnatch says late, but just in time for the theme song. Question mark. Kinda, Bandersnatch. Green Ranger asked us to do it in Nate Dogg's voice. And we didn't know what to do because Nate Dogg has a lot of different melodies. So here we are. But thank you for engaging.
Music and me. Music.
Is this a Nate Dogg song?
Yep.
Just keep going.
That's it.
If you do that again, I was gonna come in.
Music.
Because it's married things and things. Married things and things. Real relationship podcast. Braka. Now the gunshots make sense.
Was he on that the Nate? I mean not Nate. Warren G song?
I don't know, but Jarrell said y'all did that song. Does that mean we did? Oh my God. Hilarious that Tanjareen is saying marriage go around and CT is saying I got hoes. Exactly. I was hoping if anybody was going to catch that.
Song. You said sing the song.
Right, but then we realized, and before that wasn't one of his songs, but that's hilarious. I got hoes. Marriage go around. That's the round in marriage, if y'all didn't realize. Because we're monogamish. We're monogamish. Somebody, all right, you guys, I'm having a good time. This show is ridiculous. I've missed you. Since we've last seen each other, I feel like I've been to an event every single day. I went to support
Your skin
a
looks
friend.
great.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I love when he interrupts me with the compliment. My our friends did a taping of a comedy special, and we went to the comedy special taping a few months ago, and then the premiere of it was last Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday? Dang, it was last Wednesday. But we could have done the show before then, but we didn't because one of us was on set and one of us was working on a big audition. Which one of us was on set, baby? You already told everybody the thing.
Oh,
the last time you did it.
It was me.
What were you working on, babe?
Another episode of the animated show that I am on that is going to be out, I think they said September.
Excellent. So remember that voiceover job that he had booked before? This was more of the same voiceover job. So applause to that.
Appreciate that.
Applause to that. And I was auditioning. So we were like, you know what? We're not doing, oh, snap. Just got a Cash App. So I need to stop and give kisses. Kisses. Aw, it's from Guy Trip. $25. And it says, the wife and I appreciate. Oh, these kisses are just for you and the wife. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen and CT tree. Guy Trip, we love you. Also known as Guillermo in the comments.
Oh yeah?
Is that how you say it? His other name when he's in here is like a longer name.
Domingo?
Is that it? I thought
Domingo
it was Guillermo. Oh, I thought it was.
Guillermo is from Jimmy Kimmel Live.
But what is the GUI? Is not from Domingo. It's something with a G.
Guillermo?
Is that how you say it?
I think. I never know how to pronounce it. Like Robert Guillermo?
All right. Well, he's going to tell us, hopefully.
Yeah, spell it out, but like slowly so we can read it.
Yeah, spell it out, but like slowly. So then Thursday, I went to somebody else's event.
What's that?
I don't know. I was just check the Cash Apps with an S. Where's your phone, baby?
Music.
Check yours too, CT. CT's looking like he just started a blood set in Trinidad. V is gonna keep trying until he gets you, baby. What I was gonna say is I went somewhere else to support somebody on Thursday. I can't remember what it was, but then
Guy Trip, thank you so much. You said check you said it.
Okay, I just want to make sure you were done thanking him.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a CT hug for him. Let me.
Is that how much I was doing?
Yeah. You be like this.
I like the wet breath look. You know that. That's a great job.
Thank you, baby. Smell me.
Smell nice. Smell like cookie dough.
All right. So Friday we went to my friend's house because she had a small, private, intimate gathering to watch the screening of this week's episode of BMF because she directed it. I'm really proud of her. Her name is Princess Monique. Good friend of mine. I've known her forever.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. And then I can't remember where I was the night before, but I was out every single night. And then I went to Vegan Exchange. Vegan Street Fair for Saturday and Sunday. Blah, 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 blah. Anything you've been up to?
Nope.
Thank you. All right. So let's get into some topics about relationships, y'all.
We're going to say happy birthday to Jazzy. He had a birthday yesterday.
Jazzy Gaza?
Jazzy Gaza.
Is he here yet?
I don't think so.
Well, he's going to probably show up late. And when he does, remind us to say it again. But happy birthday, Jazzy. Happy birthday. And he was out here for the Team CT meetup in LA the year before.
He's going to be here this year too.
And hopefully he's coming back because he was funny. He's the kind of person that wanders off from a crowd and comes back with like a funny story of him hanging out with gangsters that should have killed him, but he's so innocent looking and he's got all this jewelry on and they just like, we can't bother him, but he's just so much fun. That was my experience from him. All right, let's go to some of these fun memes that I pulled up and then we'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let's go to, I was about to say, they didn't come in here? Okay, they're there. Okay, this one, this one was posted in my Discord a few weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to get to it on our last episode. It's from Zay Rogers, who is an actual member of our Patreon, Team CT and Team Tanjareen. He's amazing. He's always buying our merch. And he posed this question, and I want to know what you guys think. I don't know what site he got it from because he cropped that out. But it says, my boyfriend of 3 years lost his job last month, which has been a significant challenge for him. He approached me 2 weeks ago and asked if I could help him pay his mortgage, but I told him no. Last week, he presented me with a spreadsheet detailing everything he had done for me during our relationship, totaling over $20,000 in value. He then broke up with me. 3 years down the drain. Despite feeling guilty because he never asked for anything, I still feel that if he is truly my man, then he should have something to offer as well. I can't believe this man broke up with me because I told him no. He found a way to pay it. I don't think I was wrong because he's supposed to lead, not me. Plus, I don't live with him. If I was living with him, I would have did it then. Do you see my point? Thoughts? What do you think? 3 years with this person, and he asked to help with the mortgage after 3 years, and she said, no, I don't live with you. You're the man. You should lead. He's presented her with a $20,000 spreadsheet of what he spent on her in these last 3 years. Is she wrong? Because she doesn't live with him.
First of all, he petty for creating a spreadsheet, knowing he's about to break up with that girl.
How long has he been? Has he been keeping track the whole time, or did he just go through all his receipts over the last 3 years when she said no?
First of all, to spend $20,000 on anybody is a blessing. Beyond that, here's my thought process. Yes, you don't live with him. Yes, he is supposed to leave if that's what you guys have had happen for the past 3 years. He spent over $20K on you, right? The way she presented that made it seem as though he needed help this one time, not a continuous thing.
Right. One
so
time.
If you're basically, that just showed me that you are more of a taker than you are a giver. If this man has his back against the wall and you as his backbone, as his rib, mind you, she didn't say she couldn't help him.
Yeah, she didn't say she couldn't afford it.
She said she told him no.
She told him no.
And that's the difference. That's not somebody that I would want to be with.
And she's clearly been saving her money because he's been spending all the money on them.
$20K in 3 years.
Yeah. How much do you think you spent on me?
Tanjareen. Tanjareen. I'll tell you this. It wasn't, I swear to God when I say this, it wasn't until you read that
did you start calculating
that I started calculating how much I've spent on you. However, and I thought about this in the past 30 seconds.
Okay. Tread lightly.
You know how everything that you had done for me in the beginning of our relationship.
Yes.
I financially far exceeded that.
Oh, yeah.
But I just thought about that.
Yeah.
While you were reading
I know you have already passed what I had done in the beginning of our relationship, but
But let me say this.
But I just get to stay here now.
But let me say this.
Give my credit. Yes. And
by no shape or circumstance does that take away for what you did for me.
Of course.
Because I think a lot of people play that tit for tat thing, and it's like, I've done this and you ain't done this. Mm-hmm. This is no way that, because to me, if somebody will give you their last $1 or their last $5 and they only got 10, that to me is like giving somebody $50 million. So it's no comparison in that way. But I'm just saying
So what you're saying is you're rich now, and when I used to pay for everything, I wasn't rich.
No, what I'm saying is I used to be rich. Let's talk about that. Let's stay there for a second.
Okay.
I was rich during the pandemic. Don't you dare think I was not.
Okay. You're not rich no more? Whew. Okay.
I am a working man.
Subscribe to everything, guys. Patreon.com/CT is dope. The
I
Cash App is CT is dope.
Man.
I'm sorry. No, the Cash App is Team CT
Entertainment. About to take me some bottles to the store. You understand?
Hilarious.
About to go to a coin store.
I actually do recycle bottles. I don't care.
You do. And don't split the bread.
I don't give you any of it.
That's why I'm glad I started sending these separate cash apps.
Sweetie.
Tanjareen is a hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder. I buy so much stuff. Like when I go out and get things for us to eat, that's from the Cash App.
Oh, yeah?
And then I would come home and feed you.
Oh, yeah? That's great. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But for what she said, she seems like a very selfish person. And that's not somebody that you want to spend your life with. Because here's the thing. What if this brother had a check for $100,000 coming, but he thought it was coming by the 1st,
and
so he could pay his rent?
He was going to pay her right back and then some.
Yeah.
And she was just like, no.
And she's like, no. Like, that's letting me know that you don't have my best interest at heart. And men think about things like that.
Of course.
So if you don't have my best interest at heart here, I know when things really get crazy, you won't either.
And her answer was, dang, 3 years down the drain.
She put it down the drain.
You needed to see the spreadsheet to realize how amazing this man has been for you in these 3 years.
I remember that.
The vacations, the dinners. Let's see what you guys are saying. Lexi Lex says, LOL, she's just the worst. If he's her man, then she should want to help him in his time of need. I agree. And that's why Lexi has a husband. Autumn Reed says he was keeping track the whole time. He had a whole CPA just for this spreadsheet. That's how I feel.
CPA.
He didn't come up with that right when she said, no, there's no way. Green
way.
Ranger says he did it on purpose to see who she really was, and it worked. Touche. Jarrell says, it sounds like he was testing her to see what she was about and got his answer. You think he didn't even need the mortgage money? He just wanted to see if he had somebody who was there for him. Amos says, he is leading all right. $20,000, angry emoji. He just needed some help to continue leading. I see what you're saying. She said a man's supposed to lead, not me, and that's why she didn't give it to him. But he was leading because he had spent 20 grand already.
And also, it's like, how,
I see what you're saying, Amos.
How does just that situation make him not a leader? Like, she's making it seem like everything is so transactional, not talking about this 20K thing. But when she's saying, like, lead isn't linear. Lead is literally an embodiment. It doesn't mean that every single situation, if y'all say, oh man, I'm hungry tonight, and the woman says, well, we having pizza, is that now her leading and him not leading, and you take that away from him?
Touche.
People are very weird.
Because there are times where you'll let me make a decision, but it doesn't mean I'm the head of our household.
Right, but it's very interesting. But also, I've been the head of the household for a long time, and I'm not talking about with you. Growing up, when it's just me, my mom, and my sister, here's this 11-year-old boy.
A toddler walking around with his chest sticking out. I'm Clayton Thomas. This is how this is. I'm not eating peanut butter and jelly. Mama, I want mac and cheese. This is how he's.
I know, and shout out to my mom. She always made meals, so I don't even remember times that I had to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But
must be nice.
My mother, I didn't realize my mother was as indecisive as she is until a year ago, and I was like, "When did it? My whole life?" And I had to look back.
Another one. Yeah. She's the bump for that, Will says. All right, let's get to another one. I would help out and move in. I know that's right. That's Guy Tripp's wife. Give him the money on the mortgage and then be like, you know what? I'm tired of paying on what I got over here.
Why have you been living separately?
3 years you with this man. That's a good point.
But that's a clean break. They didn't live together. He can literally just move on.
Exactly.
She ain't got no kids.
No kids. Amos says he's leading and she's leeching. That's a good point. Isaac says, I guess he knows who she really is now. Mine has my back in every situation. Congratulations, Isaac. Are you married or just dating?
My mom always said, never date a woman whose hands look like cups.
There you go.
And that, so when I look at like Instagram or any type of social media and I see the things that some women do that make other like true deserving women look badly, I'm always like, "Ooh, she warned me about this." And this is before the internet even came out.
Facts. Is that 2?
This is 2.
Perfect. Ashley White says, I'm stuck with a $3,000 bill that I got to pay for someone who said they promised to pay me back and help me pay this bill for the items that I helped pay for. And now I'm paying the price for being nice. Ooh, what did they get with the $3,000? Did they get something that can make them some money? Did they buy some camera equipment? Are they a content creator? Did they buy, a video game setup, a studio? Are they a rapper? What did they do with the $3,000?
Here's the thing for anybody that would do something similar. Whenever it comes to any amount above $100, really think about what track record this person has when it comes to that type of loan or that type of amount of money to garner coming from you. So $3,000, what did he prove to you that he was a responsible person, that he is somebody who pays back his debts, someone that could make more than that, somebody who could literally replace that amount in a certain small amount of time? Or were you just lovesick in that moment and was just like, here, because I feel good about this person? Right.
So that's a really good point, CT. If the person doesn't have a job or they have, odds and end jobs and they make a little here and there, what would make you think that they would ever be able to pay the $3,000?
Yeah.
And from what I know of this story, I believe that you opened a credit card for some company or something this person, but in your name. And in that way, I would say the advice that I was given is don't co-sign for somebody that you're not married to, because they've already proven that they don't pay things back. If they're an adult and they have bad credit, why would they pay back what you owe? They didn't pay back what they owed. So there's that. I've been happily married and blessed for 31 years, Isaac Woodrow says. In May, we've been together for years. That's amazing.
Hey, Isaac, you know what we laughed about the other day?
What?
Stacey say 6.
Was he the one that said it?
It was Isaac.
Oh,
Isaac.
we definitely laughed about that because showcase is coming up when people come to town in May, and we were just talking and we were like, we were scoring something on a TV show we were watching, and we were like, what do you give her? And I was like, Stacey said 6. Isaac, that was the funniest.
Isaac, let me tell you something, Isaac. If you can find that episode, please find that episode and send me the link. I want to cut that up. That was funny. hilarious.
That's very funny.
I laughed all over again the other night.
Yeah, we had a good laugh. Thank you, Isaac. I didn't know who said it originally. I thought it was AJ.
I'll never forget that.
Jokes. This one says, King James says, all I heard was she gave a Negro $3,000. Shake my head. Hey, man. You didn't know. That's how when you found out that Janet Jackson was dating Jermaine Dupri, and you were like, I didn't even know it was possible. I could get $3,000 out of Ashley White. I didn't know.
That'd be the funny thing when you see beautiful people, man or woman, and you be like, I didn't even know that was a chance.
Didn't know I had a
people
chance.
People just be assuming.
Exactly. Never loan money that you can't afford to lose, Autumn Reed says. If you have to make payments, then you couldn't afford it in the first place. Touche. Facts, Autumn. All right, let's move on to another one that I have in here because I see you guys are all on the same page. Zay Rogers, thank you for posting that in my marriage go around room of my Discord. What's that one say? Oh, I like that one. Okay, let me go to that one over here because I'll be reading it on the phone while y'all look at it on the screen because you know the way my prescription is set up. Ooh, no, I'm gonna go to this one first, actually. Okay. Yeah, listen to this, y'all. This is from 6 Brown Chicks on Instagram where people anonymously send relationship questions for advice. This one says, Connie has 2 older daughters with her ex. They're regular, but my 2 kids with her are slow. Daughter has a learning disability and my son's right eye drifts to the side when you look at him. I asked her what she was doing during pregnancy to give me these 2 problematic kids, but she's trying to pin that ish on me. I had to prove to myself that my genes are good, so I made a baby with our mutual friend. The baby has Down syndrome. Oh. The mother is 40, so she could be the reason for that. I asked Connie to forgive me, and I told her the other baby was just to prove a point to myself, but she's not the forgiving type. I love her, though. What to do?
That is so wrong.
So just to recap, you got 2 kids that have something wrong with them in your words. You said they're slow. One's got an eye that goes to the side and the other one has a learning disability. The person you had those kids would have 2 kids that don't have these issues. And you want to, so what was you doing with my kids was in your belly. And you know what? I'm about to go knock somebody else up and show you my genes are good. Oh, this one got Down syndrome? Okay. Well, that's the mama's fault over there too. It's everybody's fault but mine. Ain't nothing wrong with me and this sperm. What do y'all think of that? That made me laugh. I
can't believe you picked that.
King James says, when stupid meets funny. That's funny. What to do? A vasectomy immediately. Autumn Reed. He shouldn't procreate anymore. Isaac is laughing. Latasha says, oh my. Jordan Reed says, I feel so bad for the child. Green Ranger says, this is crazy. What does this say? Bruh took them classes where they eat cookies all day. They eat cookies all day. They got 2 lunch breaks.
Come on, man.
And they still get out of school early. Oh my goodness. Stop making babies would be my advice about what to do, Amos said. I'm sure he's done at this point. Unless he wants to prove it.
Did you say that 2 lunches or was that a count?
I said
they got 2 lunch breaks. And they still get out early. God, forgive us. Jesus Christ. I can't believe you made me laugh. God.
My bad. My bad. Should we clip that or should we leave that as a secret?
Clip that.
There's a secret in here so I don't get canceled. But you know when I blow up, they're going to come find all this stuff anyway, whether I clip it or not. Oh, all I heard was Tay fumbled the bag. LOL, just kidding. Callie Grown says that Ashley could have been breaking off King Tay with that money. That's funny. Ashley says, all I know, if I explain that to CT, Tanjareen already knows, I know CT would be very disappointed and would give me the lecture, but in the most caring way, just like Tanjareen. Aw, yes, we love you, Ashley White. We love you. The Joker needs to keep them C's to himself, Will Smith says. CT tried not to laugh, Latasha says. Yes, he did. Autumn Reed says his motto is have a baby by me and collect an SSI disability. Instead of have a baby by me, be a millionaire. Ooh, you wrong, Autumn Reed. You are wrong. Any more thoughts,
No,
babe?
I don't have any more thoughts.
So whose fault do you think it is that this 3rd baby that he's created also has an issue? Because the girl was 40? Because, you know, them older moms, they say have complications.
There are some older women that have very healthy babies that live very natural lives.
They do, but sometimes that pregnancy is like bedridden for 8 months out of 10.
I don't know much about. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Keep It Smooth says, damn, this guy's tripping, LOL. Fam needs to check his ancestry to see if some branches on his family tree overlap. Oh, maybe it's a little bit of incest going on in there. Ooh.
From what I learned about my sister having kids and my mother, because our tree starts with our mom. So I'm just like my mother. My sister's kids are just like her. So if that's any sign, my children will be just like me. And I am not prepared for that.
And that also means that this guy probably has something wrong with him that he's not admitting or realizing. Then you might have to
the simple logic of him saying he's going to go make another child to show her.
He cheating on his baby mama. And Christy Williams says, having another baby to prove nothing will be wrong with it is crazy. Exactly.
That's what shows that something's wrong with him.
That's what made me laugh. Unless the third child will have people who will support the child. Oh, my mom says all three need to catch him in some parking lot. Dang. You're funny, mommy. Oh, all right, let me go to, I got two more.
Imagine what else you chose.
Well, let's find out. This one, maybe you'll like this one better. This one's also from Six Brown Chicks. It says, we married privately in Pensacola, Florida. Sean wanted me to meet my Texas in-laws, so we flew in for the weekend. His uncle started on me, quote, of all the women Sean brought home, how did you get the ring, end quote. And then he's saying, it must be your coochie because it ain't your face. My mother-in-law laughed. My sister-in-law told her brother to, quote, be nice. My husband giggled. I said to myself, Gladys, you're a child of God. I'm mad her name is Gladys. Gladys, you're a child of God and you can handle all things, end quote. I excused myself and went to the backyard. The uncle followed me and apologized. He blamed the alcohol. And he puts his hands in his jogging pants and pulled his meat out.
Wow.
Quote, let's kiss and make up. It was the most beautiful meat I had ever seen.
What?
I bent down and put my mouth on it. I did not see the story going this way when I first read it. That's why I chose it. It was the most beautiful meat I'd ever seen. I bent down and put my mouth on it. He was shocked and put it away. He avoided me ever since. Uncle Good Me met his match and I was ready, but he doesn't want to play with me. Why show it if you don't want to share it? We're going to Texas again soon and I want to finish what I started with Uncle. How do I get him? That story took a turn.
That story not only took a turn, it fell off the road. That was wild.
So basically, she's not attractive in the face, but she's really good in the bed. And maybe she's good in the bed because she's got a lot of practice. And maybe since that's her specialty and he wanted to pull it out, maybe she probably has like a nice rump side or whatever. He pulls it out, flirted with her, and she was like, okay, let me see what it tastes like. Crazy, right? Tay D said, what? Callie Grown 351 said, no more internet today. Monty's got the mouth open emoji. That guap, Miss Mia says. Clutching my pearls, Guy Trip says. Miss Mia said, this is wild. Diane says, I need some advice. Okay, let's hold on to this. Please click the link and come on in here if you want to. I'm going to come back to your question in just a second, Diane. Lord have mercy, my mama says. What was you on, Tanjareen, when you picked these stories? Latasha Luxury says, I just thought they would be funny.
She was on 2 hours of sleep.
That's the usual for me. I just thought it was funny because I thought the story was going to go one way. But then it became, bless you, my king, twice. But then it became, you were looking forward to going back to Texas so that you can finish what you started with this man's uncle?
Also, the uncle was wild from the get-go.
That you just married, which makes him your brother-in-law or uncle-in-law or something like that. So now you want to be intimate with your uncle-in-law?
Again, we mean want to be. She already had him in her mouth.
Again. She want that Texas hold 'em, King James says. Hey, ugly chicks do got special hip powers. So I heard, Guy Trip says. Wow.
Yeah, ugly women they are not the tightest.
They're not the tightest?
No.
He's making it seem like it's a good time. Special hip powers means it's fun.
I meant they're loose. I mean that they are well traveled.
And I would imagine if you don't have to worry about, your hair messing up or, your lashes coming off, you can just go for it. And I'm not saying that ugly women don't wear makeup. I'm just trying to say, like, if you don't have to worry about how looking cute or making weird faces, you're just going to have a ball. Put it wherever you want and let it land wherever it goes. Ashley White, I got a couple questions, but want to give advice for the viewers, especially updating. Okay, come on in, darling. Love you guys. Thank you, Fanward videos of Comic-Con fans. Hi, Fanward. We know y'all. Hey, it must be Olivia. Hey. Amos Cole says he pulled out, but was shocked when she reciprocated with the same energy. ? Exactly, Amos Coates. Exactly. And I wonder how many of the women that they brought home has the uncle tried that with? Because he was like, out of all the women you brought home, how did this one get a ring? And then he went and pulled his stuff out. Like, did you try this with all of them? It's the first one and you met your match? Woo, Lord.
To just pull your meat out is crazy. That's wild.
But it works sometimes, I hear. Haven't you done that in situations?
Not without consent.
How do you get consent? Hey, can I pull my meat out?
Yes.
No, you don't ask.
You say, yeah, how you gonna tell me? I'm the one with the meat.
Because I know you. You
no,
didn't
apparently
even
not
ask
that
before
way.
you pulled it out with me.
That's a lie.
It was just out.
That's a lie.
It was out.
When?
How did you word it since you asked?
Back then? I'm so glad you brought it up.
Yes, let's hear this.
You're the one who pitched it to me.
Pitched it?
Yeah. Remember we were at D-Herbs and you had parked around the corner from
I was
D-Herbs.
talking about when you were at my house between my legs.
That wasn't me pulling my meat out yet.
You were trying to. I was
trying to eat you.
You did eat, but then you pulled it out.
Well, while I'm eating, why wouldn't I pull it out?
But you didn't say, hey, is it okay if I pull it out?
No, because that was the thing we were already doing. What I'm saying is, if there's nothing going on, you definitely got to ask, can you pull that meat out? If I'm already tongue deep inside your body.
Then you don't have to ask. No need for consent.
Well, first of all, the consent is the mouth on the body. Which means, hey, everything else is cool. Until we get to that, is it time to smash? You say, no time to smash. It's like, all right, cool. But for me to just have my meat ajar.
You get verbal consent before you go the next step.
Of course.
Do you?
Well, I don't eat anybody but you.
But with me, you ask for verbal consent first?
Not anymore.
I'm talking about back then.
Back then, I ate you, and you took over, and you started.
I took over?
Tanjareen. You're not about to act innocent in front of these people.
I'm an angel.
You are her.
And I have no idea what you're talking about.
Your mama watches, so I'm going to start you out.
Tongue deep, Miss Mia says. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, all right. I got a question from the audience. I got 2 questions from the audience, and I love when this happens.
So just see a woman and be like, hey, can I pull my meat out? That's still crazy, but it's a little more respectful.
I mean, I've definitely had it happen to me.
She's going to be like,
and it
go ahead. Like,
it is appalling when people pull their meat out just randomly.
Right.
But I'm not going to lie. There was one time that somebody pulled it out, and I was like, oh, that's beautiful.
Good for him.
That's really nice. And I was like, I'm going to make a mental note of that. And later down the line, I'm going to do something with that. And I did later down the line. She said the same thing. She saw it and said it was the most beautiful meat she ever saw. Right away, it goes in her mouth because she doesn't play around. Yes, she just got married, though. There's a problem with that. He stalked me for like 3 years. Because
you probably said yes to him pulling that meat out, and you said you were going to put it on the back burner, and he was tired of waiting.
Oh, no. I mean, we messed around for a while. And then when I stopped messing around with him, he stalked me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I've had 4 stalkers.
Yeah. I don't really count what I did stalking.
You're not in the 4.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. Moving on. Asking randomly is just as awkward, Amos Coach says. I think so too.
Consent is consent, boy.
Pulling it out when I'm so sorry I made fun of you in there for being ugly. Can I pull my meat out? Like, it wouldn't have worked either way.
But listen. If he said that and she said yes, is that wrong?
It's not wrong, except the fact that she's committing adultery with her husband's relative.
That's the stuff she's going through. We're talking about brass tacks.
Lucifer was an angel, King James reminds us. This is true.
Jesus,
keep that meat in the pants, guys. Loving the hair, Tange. What's up, Tender Lovins? Thanks for stopping through.
Tender Lovins up and down.
This is episode number 81 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT. And Tender Lovins is a good friend of mine.
Friend of the show.
Friend of ours. And let's get into this person. We have one more thing to read. But Dianese says, this one came in first. Dianese Saunders is watching, and she says, I need some advice. I'm getting married this year. Most of the fam is good. evening minds need some advice. If you having sex with your husband and you getting good into it and he stopped, what do I do? Okay, you said you're getting married. So this is a person that you're just engaged to. If you're smashing and it's getting good and he stops, what do I do? Did this only happen one time? Or has this happened multiple times?
Did y'all say y'all were waiting until marriage and he was like, oh, my bad.
Right. Is he trying not to to commit fornication until you guys are actually married?
Right.
Or did he just go soft? And did he say,
great question,
hey, I'm sorry, I was full. We can finish later. Or I was a lot on my mind. I'm stressed.
Right.
I just checked my bank account before I got over here. And let's take this up. She said 20 times.
Well, Diane is not the man for you, Queen.
20 times?
If 20 times has happened and he keeps stopping when it gets good, is he getting soft or is he just stopping? And have you had a conversation with him about it?
Please get on camera. Let's talk, Dionyse. 20 times. Monty says 20? 20 times means, first of all, have you ever finished a session with this person?
What made you say yes?
And if you have, how long has it been since you finished? Has it been months? Has it been years? Like you're engaged, which means, this is somebody you really care about and you've been seeing for quite some time. I need more. I have questions. How long has it been since you actually finished with this person? Hey, does he need a marriage to stay in the country? Ooh, Cali Grown.
Great question.
Is he just trying to get that green card? Have you checked his electrolytes? Guy Trip asks. Autumn Reed says, does he have a lot of male friends that he refuses to let you meet?
That's a great question.
I was thinking perhaps he doesn't like females. 15 years? Dionyse.
Hey, get on camera, Dionyse. This is getting
Dionyse, are you making this up?
You have not been with him for 15 years.
And you're just now about to marry him? Or are you already married? Because your original question says if you're about to get married. He better get that honey pack. Is that a thing that helps keep you erect?
What is a honey pack?
I'm asking. I don't know. My mom says he didn't want no special need kids. Ooh, mama with the callback from the previous memes.
That's a great call.
Hey, I see you, mama. That's funny. I have so many questions, Dionyse. 15 years you've been seeing this man? You're not married yet? She says, no, I'm not. I'm very serious. All right, well, then I'm not going to play around with you. Dionyse, thank you for trusting us with this question. Thank you for asking us. I believe what you want to know is, why are you still in a relationship with this person? Is it just a really good friend of yours? Did you ever have good intimacy? Or did something just happen recently? 20 times could have happened in the last few months if you just keep trying every few days. Or has this been happening for years? 20 times in 15 years?
Is he finishing too fast? You're saying it's getting good, or he's getting soft?
She just said he just stops. 20 times out of 15 years, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Right, Monty? I want to know, is this a recent thing? Or
she has 3 kids by him.
Maybe he popping off ninja style and ain't telling you. What's that mean? He's pleasing himself before he gets popping off with her, and then just, who would do that after 15 years though? That's some stuff you do in high school. I hope that's not the case. Is he finishing the performance before you can get there? Cali Grown says. Same thing. So both of you men must have tried this before in your lives. Have you ever tried that?
Try what?
Where you just hurry up and you finish and don't even tell her you finished. And you just
never
be like,
on purpose.
And you'd be like, but you don't tell her. You'd be like, all right, thanks, baby girl. And you get up and she doesn't realize that you guys are.
No, that's very rude.
You guys are.
I went gummy with a woman one time because I popped so fast. I was like, I can't let her know I popped this fast, and I just continued to hope that my body would let me down.
I know that trick.
And
Now doing that 20 times though.
That's ridiculous.
3 kids sounds accurate, Guy Trip says. So do you feel like after 3 kids, your attraction to the person makes it so that you can't finish? What do you mean, Guy Trip? St. Angeles is saying hi to you, Mama. Tender Lovins, Mama. He may not want more children. We all have questions.
Right. Get on camera. Click the link. Dionyse.
Please, Dionyse Saunders. Honey Pack is like an organic version of Viagra. They got Honey Pack pranks on YouTube. Oh, well, let's find out about the Honey Pack then. Okay. All right, Dionyse. Without more information, I can't give you good advice because like I said, I want to know how long has it been since he did finish with you? Has it ever been a good on both sides as far as the intimacy? And are you already married or you just been dating this person for 15 years? Too many unknowns to make an analysis for useful advice.
True.
I agree, Amos. I agree. So unless
you see, we ain't gave it yet.
So please, if you're not gonna get on camera, even if you speak to us, you don't have to turn your camera on. If you click the link and just come in with your camera off and just answer the questions, it'll go quicker for the show. If you just let your audio come through. Yes, he does. He comes before me all the time. Oh, okay. So when you say he just stops, he's done.
He's finishing.
It's not that he wasn't attracted to you or that he's not reaching a climax. He's reaching a climax and he's not letting you reach yours. Is that what you're saying? So you're complaining that you're not satisfied intimately.
They are married. Got
it. Okay. So your complaint is that you have been intimately frustrated for a long time. That's what you're asking me what you should do.
He's not letting you finish.
Woo, child.
Cold game.
That's a tough one.
I'll literally do it so she can finish before I even try to finish.
Ah, okay. Guy Tripp says, and he's married and his wife is watching. He says, my advice, find a young throwaway side piece. Amos says he ain't stopping. Exactly. He's done.
Yeah,
he's not stopping.
He's finishing, man.
That's a different thing. Reggie Williams says, this is a track meet. You got to try to come in first.
That's cold.
That's horrible.
That's cold, man.
That is horrible. Monty says, oh, so you better get yours because I'm going to get mine. So, Dianese, what you're asking is a very good and valid question. And unfortunately, 80% of women do not climax when they're intimate with a man. That's why there's so many toys that are doing so well in the markets of toys, because they need that to go with the guy, or when the guy leaves, they have to finish themselves off, or the guy has to use their mouths, which at least they're at least finishing with the guy when the mouth is involved. I think that if you really love this man and you don't want to get a side piece, which is what I would probably do, then you have to sit him down and ask him if he's open to trying some new things in that department, which would mean you go to an adult store together. You pick out some fun stuff together. Maybe you watch some adult films together and you get yourself to the place where you're 70% there before y'all even get started. So that way you can finish before he finishes. But more importantly, do you know what it takes for you to finish? Because women that don't usually climax don't know what they need to climax. If you've not touched yourself enough or had a man in the past who's done it for you, then you don't know where to go from there. So if you haven't experienced that and you don't know how to tell him what to do, then you've got to learn with him. So whether that's a class, whether that's a book, whether that's toys, games, if you don't know how to do it, figure it out with him before you cheat. Try not to cheat. Always give an amazing speech, Tanj. Thank you very much. Bring toys to bed with all these exclamation points. Tender Lovins is a big advocate for adult toys. She talks to me about them all the time.
You're going to lose your feeling down there. Keep on using the toys.
I'm afraid to use them because I really like the real thing. Just get the side piece, Monty says. It sounds like it's easier to her. Kelly Grown says, okay, this is either a conversation with a doctor or a therapist before it's with a lawyer. Try to figure out what's going on. Let him have dinner at the Y. What is that? The YMCA? What does that mean? To Rules 10 says, wait, what did I walk into?
It probably means the why. Like, if you, like, that's, go back to the
go down on you.
Right.
Oh, got you. Thank you, baby. Because we got the YMCA, which is a club out here that a lot of guys who like guys go to, but it's supposed to be.
Really?
It's the Young Male Christian Association. But when the song YMCA came out by the Village People, I think the rumor was that they were all homosexual or whatever.
Oh.
So it had that connotation as well.
That's where I learned how to swim as a child.
Most of us went there as a child. My wife and I love toys and lubricants. Thank you, Guy Tripp. Thank you for sharing that. That's very open of you to say. And I know that it helps a lot of couples stay happier to hear and his wife Farron talk about toys and lubricants all the time. That too, guys. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going tonight to go get a vibrator. Dianese.
How about going to have a conversation?
No. That's not what I didn't say for you to go by yourself and do it. I don't want you to feel that you have to please yourself intimately alone. You're married with somebody that you have 3 kids with. You're tied to him for the rest of your life. You need to have the conversation with him, and you guys can go pick out toys together, and he can use the toy on you so that you're still having that intimate connection as a couple. Because when you get to the point where you're doing it without him, you don't need him. And he's going to feel that, and it's going to mess things up. So please talk to him and see if he can slow it down, or you can get, like I said, you watch something or get yourself in the mood right before you get started, but you finish with him. That finishing is what makes the couple bond, in my opinion. That finishing together, that experiencing that climax together is usually what makes you be like smiling for the person that, you know, the next day, like, ooh, that was so fun, baby, thank you, as opposed to you going in there washing up your toys and being grateful for those instead of your man. I'd say try lube, Guy Trip says, but that might make him quicker.
He's definitely gonna go quicker.
No lube for him, bro. No lube for him. We all learned how to swim at the Y, King James says. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, man. Good place.
Tender Lovin says, not sure how old she is, but go get an older man because they are pleasers. Ooh, okay. Now, Tender Lovins, I think she knows from experience. I can picture Tender Lovins because she's really beautiful, you guys. She's got a great rack, amazing teeth, amazing cute skin, hair. She's flawless. I can see her with a nice 70-year-old sugar daddy who's just spoiling her. I could picture it. I think that's good advice. Francis Tripp, Guy Tripp's wife, says, it is good to warm up first, a lot of foreplay. I agree, but if it doesn't sound like he's willing to do it, she might have to do it herself. But
I want to hear his perspective.
I would love to hear his perspective too. Maybe
Okay.
Why does he sound like the Kansas City barbecue guy?
So what I like to do is see when I get home, I've been working all day and I just want to get straight to it. You know, I don't want to wait around. I just want to get straight to it.
That's what I was thinking. If he's tired from work, he just wants to get that release and fall asleep.
Now, a lot of women, they have problems because they men don't even touch them. You know, that's not our problem. Our problem is she think I finished too fast.
And what do you think?
And I say, I'm doing it.
At least I'm doing it.
You know, a lot of men don't even touch their lady. I'm over here touching my lady, and I'm finishing a little fast.
A little fast. The worst thing a man wants to do, man, is have your woman out there unsatisfied because everybody starts to look good to her. Everybody. The guy who's bagging her groceries, the guy who's making her coffee, and that guy could be 25 years older or 25 years younger, but everybody starts looking good to her. So make sure you don't send her out into that world with butterflies going on down there. Gee, CT, not the Ike voice. Autumn Reed says.
That is the Ike voice.
Guy Trip says, when we take the bottom teeth out, next level. Guy Trip, stop. Okay, Diney says he's 56 years old. Does that make a difference?
Yeah.
Are you around that age too?
The fact that he's still smashing you, he's 56. First of all, let's be grateful.
56 is too old to still be having. What's the old actor, the A-list actor who just had a baby at 80?
Oh, Robert De Niro.
Yeah. Okay. So 56 ain't old in his eyes. She's over it. Get your toy. Tender Lovin says. Yep. Older men be like that. Just cuz says you're right, Tender. I would love on you the right way. Just cuz.
Shoot a shot. Shoot.
He'd be shooting at everybody on our shows.
And you just cock blocked him.
I did. This is a clever plot to just go get the new vibrator 8000. LOL. That's funny, Randy. He got to pull up like War Machine with the toy so she can get off. Yeah, it's got to be a group effort. That's my advice. It's got to be a group effort. I don't want you to have to go out there and do it on your own. I want you to have a conversation. If you've already talked to him and if he said, hey, you need to hurry up, if he doesn't care, that would suck. But if he doesn't care, then you go on your own and get what you get. But he still reads the newspaper at 56. Stop, Guy Trip. That's mean. She's 42. So how do you feel? She's 42, he's 56.
Then it's the age difference. She's right now in her sexual prime. And it's going to be that way for the next 10 or 12 years. So he's obviously giving you more than a 56-year-old man would normally give somebody. But that's not enough for her right now.
Oh, my goodness. Tender Lovins is hollering. And I got to stop the show because Amos Coach just sent us 55, not dollars, but 55 euros, because he's watching all the way in the Netherlands. They are 9 hours ahead of where we are. It's the middle of the night there, and he is spending his hard-earned money to support our show. And you know, everybody who gives money during the show gets kisses, but over $50 gets slow, wet kisses. Amos Coach, these kisses are just for you. Slow, wet. Close your eyes, baby. Little tongue. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine and CT tree. Thank you for being my Netherlands sugar daddy. I appreciate you so much. Ah, yeah, 42 is her prime, Latasha says. Hold on, let me put some chapstick on and I'm going to pull up. Yeah, come on in here, Tender Lovins. Click the link. Talk to us. Talk to us about your toys and your sugar daddies and all those things before we get out of here. This is the last minute of our show, but we'll go a little long because we have somebody in the green room that wants to give us an update on her relationship. And then we're going to hear from Tender Lovins. Tender Lovins. Amos is smiling. Tay D, what's good with it? I believe the late great philosopher Tupac Shakur said it best. You got to get yours. I got to get mine. Randy, I was in a text back and forth comment, I should say, comment back and forth on Takar Williams' page 6 or 7 years ago because I mentioned what I just said on here, that 80% of women don't usually have a climax. So many men replied to my comment. I wasn't talking to them. I was talking to Takar about something she said. So many men were like, that's their fault. That's on them. They need to learn how to do what they need to do. I'm going to get mine. Why don't women get theirs? And I was so shocked that so many men felt like it was just the woman's fault. Like if you're sleeping with me and you're not satisfied, that's not on me. That's on you is what these men were saying. I was shocked. And Randy, that's what this text looks like to me. I got to get mine. You got to get yours. You're not supposed to help with that? TT?
You and Randy was talking.
I'm asking the question.
What would you like to know?
Do you feel that that's is that how you feel, that men or you would rather it not be your responsibility to make sure the woman you were with is satisfied?
Like I said when we began this conversation, I said I do it and make sure you go first, so then I can go. Did I not say that?
Good answer.
So those are my thoughts. For the most part, that's just what it is. You got to understand too, ignorance is bliss. A lot of men don't know that they're not satisfying the woman. It's kind of like being taught to identify things, right? So before the internet, or let's say maps, like you didn't know what was in your neighborhood. Like you're like, man, how many grocery stores are in my neighborhood? But it's like now your eyes are open to look for grocery stores. Okay. So for so long, there have been men who don't know that they're not satisfying their woman. And then as soon as they learn that, that's when they start paying attention to those things.
Next week's episode is about fake O's, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, fellas, if you are a man that is not satisfying your lady and it takes a lot for her to get satisfied, get you a little side chick where she's super easy to be satisfied. Then you don't have to worry about the stresses at home. Following Tanjareen's advice, of course.
That makes no sense because now the man is satisfied twice and the woman that he's with is still not satisfied. Your advice doesn't help her. She's the one unsatisfied. That's why the people in the comments said, go get a side dude.
Oh, you're under the assumption that just because a man climaxes that he's satisfied. Got it.
Well, that's what
the problem.
That's what the issue was. She wasn't intimately satisfied.
We're talking about it takes two in relationships. There are so many different things that is always in favor of the woman. Just because a man climaxes doesn't mean he orgasms.
Well, I was just trying not to say the O word, but the O word meant.
Let's just say O word.
The O word is what I meant, and just because the guy owes, he's not what?
No, I said just because a man climaxes doesn't mean that he owes.
Okay, so what does climax mean?
Finishes. Anybody can finish, but did you have that O? So just like there are a lot of women who fake their O's, men don't even get to fake one because it's just like, I guess that was it. We'll try again in an hour and a half.
And why don't they get to fake it?
Because women, y'all are like a machine. It can go right back. Men, it takes a long time for us to build that back up. Okay. It's kind of like flushing a toilet. You know, the water in the back of the toilet has to rise back up?
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
All right.
I didn't come here to preach today.
Let me see what, okay. Autumn Reed says, selfish guys that think they are also the ones that cry ugly tears when they realize their girl is sleeping with his single friends. Ooh.
Yeah.
He totally said that. Got your back, CT. Okay, Isaac. Guy Trip says you better focus on bussing. If I'm hitting the wrong spot and you don't tell me, that worn out corner is your fault. Ouch. Randy says, I was joking, LOL. You got to please the woman or you might not get it again. Thank you, Randy. Thank you. Why would she need to come back to you if she's not getting what she needs? Randy says, preach, CT. Great analogy. That toilet water was a good analogy. Zay
I'm just
Rogers.
here, like, a lot of times I just be quiet. I let Tanjareen do her thing, and the ladies are bam, bam. But I just reached the point.
Right, but you flipped it on the men's side, which is what you hate when you ask something about men and women, say, well, what about this? But what we're saying is, if she doesn't finish, what should she do if she's been with this man all these years? And so Monty's saying back to you, she's not finishing or having an O. She said he stops. What do I do when I've been with a man and he just stops? Because that's how she sees it.
I gave the advice immediately. The first thing I said was, you need to have a conversation with this man.
Mm-hmm.
Then that became ignored because she's like, okay, so what about this? It's like anything besides having a conversation. Not
we
from
both
you.
Said it, yeah.
I'm saying from her. Anything besides having a conversation is what she's looking for. I'm gonna go get a vibrator tonight. How about just going to the other room and talking to him?
She says, thank you guys. I am doing it. I want to hear an update, Diane.
Doing what?
Hopefully
going to get the toy?
No, hopefully speaking to him. Being a hoe on my phone. Keep trying. Keep trying. If you got an iPhone, I think, so you should be able to just click easily and get in here. I didn't come here to preach. Talk about Red Ranger. Monty, Tender Lovin's coming by. All right, let's get this person in here from the green room before Tender Lovin's can get in here. And stop doing that fake O-ish would help too. Yeah, hopefully she doesn't.
I don't think she gets a chance.
Yeah, it don't sound like she does.
He ain't even signaling when it's about to be over.
She said he just stops. That's like when they were taking it from the girls in Color Purple. Right. Y'all don't take responsibility, Green Ranger says. When the man can't get it up, keep that same energy. I think we should help. If he can't get it up, we should help. But if he that's why I say it's a conversation. If the guy can't get it up, but then he says, oh man, I'm stressed, or oh man, my diet, or oh man, this never happens to me, then at least you know, okay, he's trying and maybe it's not me.
So
but
what
20 times of that?
What if all of those things are happening? Y'all haven't had the conversation, then you just go get the side piece? No,
she's not saying that he can't keep it up. She's saying he's just finishing and he doesn't care about her. So I'm saying she should talk to him about it.
I definitely agree with that. All right. Coming in.
Welcome to the show. It is Ashley White with the, what does it say? Basketball Beauties?
Yes.
Yes, cute sweater, cute hoodie. Green. The green looks good on you. Welcome to the show. It's a green theme. Welcome to the show. She doesn't know what to do with herself because she doesn't shake and twerk anymore when she comes in the show. So she's just like real calm and it's so funny to watch. But welcome and thank you for being here. How are things?
I'm okay. I'm just taking it day by day. But if like I said, okay, so I just want to let the viewers know, yes, that 3K bill is very true. I advise folks not to do that. Learning my lesson because especially like, this is, and I really wish, this is one of the things I really wish I would, like I said, I really wish I could go on a Cali trip, but because of my big heart, because of my big, nice heart, I cannot go because I had to
Happy birthday, Jazzy.
Because of, so,
I asked you in the chat, what is the $3,000 credit card from? What company?
So it is with the Best Buy thing where somebody wanted a PC and some video game stuff.
Okay.
And it was a credit card, and I didn't know I had to open a credit card. I just thought I was going to be there for a witness, say, oh, I'm here. You know, they needed someone to open it, like for them. But I didn't realize it would end up me opening it, and this is with the person that I was intimate with, and they promised me all these times. They would promise me they would pay me back, but I was always the one paying and everything, and it has caused me a lot of stress to the point like I don't have, like, that's why I like literally work so much harder, because almost all my savings is like gone because of having to pay a bill that somebody didn't have the money, and I didn't even have that even in my savings. I'm like, I don't know. So like I am like literally it's taken me a while to, that's when like honestly the realization hits for me.
Here's the thing. He hit you with the okie doke. Everybody who's a scammer does something like that. If he had the conversation with you before, you would have said no. He put you on the spot because he knew you would say yes in the heat of the moment. And that's exactly what happened. Yes, this is a very unfortunate situation, but now you're in it. So the solutions to it, I don't think when you co-sign for somebody, you could just go to the company and say, hey, I want to take my name off. Can you?
No, because you already, the point of co-signing is they want to make sure they check your credit. They see that you have a track record of paying things back, or you've never had credit, so they figure they can trust you. You've signed a legal document at that point, and now they know you're saying, I'm responsible for this. So even if you thought you were being a witness, you signed something, and what you signed had your name on the top of it. So they know that you were saying, yes, I'll be responsible for whatever happens with this car. So this is somebody you were intimate with. If you're just tuning in, because I have the question up here that says, wait, she got scammed? It was somebody she was intimate with. She thought she could trust them. Sorry. And she opened up a Best Buy card for them in her name. They bought electronics, video games, computer, said they pay her back. And I believe this was what, last August? Last September. And how much has he given you back so far?
Nothing.
Okay, so we are pretty sure he doesn't care about paying that bill back. It's not in his name. It doesn't bother him that he's not paying it back. It's in her name. So now she gets to pay it back. So that's why she can't come to Cali to see us, which is the least of the issue. The issue is that she's learned a lesson. She won't do this for anybody. But again, she'll pay attention to what she signs before she puts her name on anything. She'll read it over and understand what the commitment means. And this won't happen again. St. Angela says, I will report it as a fraud. How? She signed it. This is so sad, Patrice says. Hey, Patrice. Her birthday just passed. Happy birthday, Patrice. I feel so sorry for Ashley because she has a good heart. I agree, Randy. I agree. My mom says maybe if she spent a little time in foreplay, like blowing in her ear, she'd come faster. Oh, my goodness. You're on the other conversation. Hold on, mama. Hold on. Hold on. We're not talking to Ashley about sex. We're trying to get her to stop doing that for a while. When I was younger, I earned a Dreamcast that way. Now I feel bad. Aww. God, Trip. Not now. Read the room.
Hey, yo. What? What's happening?
I'm going to stop reading these comments.
Listen, Ashley, what I'm laughing at and what's happening to you are two different things. I just want you to know
please,
that.
she knows
I
that.
couldn't get that out. This is why I'm laughing. Let me give you an education on a Dreamcast.
And hurry up, because we're already over an hour.
Yo, a Sega Dreamcast came out in the 90s, and it was by far a flash in the pan system. You know how we got PlayStation 5s and Xboxes and Nintendo Switch. This was a fad. This was not going to go long. We knew it wasn't going to go long. So the fact that he scammed somebody for a flash in the pan system is crazy. Now, that's why I'm laughing, because it's, of all the systems, a Dreamcast. He could have said a Super Nintendo and I would have laughed. But yeah. Whew.
Listen, Ashley, report it as a fraud and say someone stole your identity. That's what Tender Lovins is saying.
That works. Get out that bill.
At least he got a Sega, King James says. Stop laughing. Hilarious. All right. Ashley, did you have any questions for us? First of all, thank you for being honest and open and vulnerable with us. You don't have to share this information with us, and you do. And I appreciate that, because the internet is not nice. So somebody might leave a comment later that you don't like. Ignore it. You have the courage. They don't. Thank you for sharing, because you help other people. When you share, you make other people think twice before they make the mistakes that you made. And you're also learning, and you're not going to make these mistakes again. Do you have any questions for us?
Okay, so one of my questions is, would you deal with your spouse arguing or with the silent treatment?
Oh, yeah. You asked that question a couple weeks ago in the Discord.
Which would we prefer?
Which do you prefer? This is a great question that I wanted to do a longer topic on. But what do you prefer with your spouse? Would you prefer the silent treatment or arguing?
I prefer to give the silent treatment. When I argue, you know,
he's the king of silent treatment. I wasn't used to that. I had never been with anybody who did the silent treatment before this guy. I had no idea. Was that the alarm for you to take some more herbs? I love it. I had never seen somebody that could just walk past you in the house like you don't exist. This was new to me. Never had I done this in my family or anything.
If you piss me off, you do not exist.
I was dead to him. And I was like, this is weird because I just want to communicate. But he's gotten really good at communication now. So I think he used to be the guy who liked the silent treatment, but now he can talk about it. And I won't say I prefer to argue, but I prefer to get my point out and hear the other person's point and figure out how we're going to have a solution, because I'm all about solutions, so we don't have to go through the same mistakes twice. Reggie Williams says, my bad. Oh, Trip Williams been scamming since 94. Reggie Williams said, that's hilarious. Keep It Smooth says, arguing, and Keep It Smooth has been married with kids for quite some time. He says, arguing at least lets you address the subject. Silent treatment only lets things fester longer. I agree.
It does. I mean, but here's the thing. With the silent treatment, you're basically training your partner. You're preparing for a breakup. And I knew that full on well every time I've ever given her the silent treatment.
Oh, you trying to break up with me?
Mentally, I know if I ever give the silent treatment, I'm training myself on how to be without you and vice versa. So it was a defense mechanism.
It's the funny thing because he would do the silent treatment with me and then he would realize he needed something from me. And then he would have to talk to me.
And that's when I started trying to be self-sustainable.
And you're not. Because you still need me.
And
that's how you stay around.
The reason why I asked, because I remember, and I wanted to like the input. I remember CT was on the squad cast, and that was one of the versus thing. And with about would you rather deal with your partner, would you rather argue or give the silent treatment? And he said that I've never experienced a better silent treatment than my wife, Tanjareen Thomas. When you deal with a spouse and it is silent, it's like cold in the room and it's not even cold.
I don't know what he's referring to. He must be talking about himself.
Whenever she's trying to give me a taste of my own medicine, it worked. And it was like, ooh, is that how I feel? It was just ice cold. So that's my preference on giving. But getting, I would rather the argument, getting the argument. Yeah, I'm going to be combustible for a while, but I'd rather get all this angry stuff that I want to say out instead of holding it in.
I like the word combustible. All right, we got to get you out of here, Ashley. Cheer up. I got a couple people that gave you some great advice. Let me see. I think Autumn Reed said, Ashley, you have a lot of options to get out of this situation, but most importantly, take a deep breath and don't let this continue to stress you. True. I love that advice. Take a deep breath with me right now. 1, 2, 3. Hold it in and let it out. Don't let this continue to stress you. It has happened. It is what it is. You pay it back when you can. Creditors can't kill you. A lot of times we feel like it's the end of the world when we owe money and bill collectors are calling or the credit is messed up. They can't kill you. You pay it back when you can. No big deal. And this person said, Jazzy says, Ashley, when I was in LA, I saw a lot of entrepreneurs hanging around some trendy tunnels. They seem to be making decent money. Just saying. Are you trying to tell her to go panhandle? Lord have mercy.
DOPE.
Or are you trying to tell her to sell something else? T Smoke Out Baby, ST Smoke Out Baby says, I'd rather her argue because me personally, I use the silent treatment because my communication is not there yet. That's an honest assessment of yourself, Smoke Out Baby. Maybe if you smoke less, you could communicate better. I don't know. Autumn Reed says silent treatment because hurtful things get said during arguments that can make things worse.
True.
Silence allows you to cool down and form rational thoughts before having a conversation. That's true too, but he'll do a silent treatment for like 4 days. And I'm like, bro, at this point, I don't even remember why we was mad.
I remember.
Patrice says, neither. Is that a choice? How about both of you go to your corners until you are ready to solve the issue together? without arguing. And Patrice has been married for years, you guys. So listen to her advice. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here. Thank you so much. Love you, Ashley, is what ST Smoke Baby is saying. And he says, you got this. Strong arm emoji. Hey, Ashley, it's gonna be okay. Look at all this love you're getting. I want to thank you when you're coming back on. Dianese, we're here every Wednesday. Thank you so much, sweetheart. We'll see you in the Discord. We love you, Ashley. You're going to be so strong by the end of our friendship. So strong. I already know.
All right, girl.
Bye. Ashley White, y'all. Let's bring in our last guest of the day. It is the gorgeous
Hi,
hairstyle
guys.
every day, Tender Lovins.
Listen, I was like, y'all gonna leave me in a waiting room? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, because you took too long to click in, and she was already.
I know it was a lot, but I had some advice for her. But you know, y'all
She's
saw
still
it.
watching. She's still
Because
watching.
I'm like, look, girl, if you don't dispute that on your credit, call Experian, whomever you gotta call, and say that it's fraud. All they're gonna do is do a little freeze. They're gonna do a little investigation, and girl, get that off. Get that off.
How can it be fraud if she signed for it back in September?
Doesn't matter. Somebody forged her
it.
signature. She did. She ran her report. Someone did her, stole her signature, her social. Get that up out of there.
Come on, scammer. Come on, any black girl with blonde hair know how to scam. What?
Listen. I ain't worked around a lot of Armenians, so you know.
Armenians are beautiful and everything. I freaking love it. It's Slick Tafari.
Okay,
I'm at work. Oh, ST Smoke Up Baby, Slick Tafari. Hey, Slick Tafari. Okay, my bad. All right, Tender Lovins, you giving us some advice on anything we've been talking about today?
I need Dianese.
Dion's
niece.
That might be where they got the name from.
Dion's niece.
Dianese Saunders had the question for us about what to do when you're in a relationship and the person is not finishing intimately. They just stop, which we found out later that person was finishing. They just weren't letting Dianese finish.
Right.
And what is your advice?
Girl, you need to take him to the doctor. Because I don't think it's that he doesn't want to. Now, in my situation, I ain't never had the issue with somebody over the age of 50. That's me, though. I would say that you need to take him to the doctor. There's a conversation, like CT said, that needs to happen. I agree. Wait to introduce the toys. Or if you're going to do it, if y'all going to do it tonight, you kind of got to ease him into that. I would say I want to spice it up a little bit. I don't know what your choice of toy would be, but you know, kind of ease him into it, kind of make it seem like it's about the both of y'all, because you already know what's gonna happen. But maybe I'll play with it first a little bit, and you get off, and then he finish.
That's my point. Like she gotta get almost there herself, because
you gotta.
It's not that he's impotent. He's finishing himself. He's
it's
just
not. He a quick pumper. He a quick pumper at this age. It don't go as long. It just goes a little, you know, quick for him. So unless, like everybody else said, like get the honey pack. You're gonna get Blue Chew. Some toys from some food sex goodies from what's that guy? His name is like Hef Daddy or something. He got these sex brownies that's supposed to be really, really good. Or the Viagra. I think that there's a conversation that needs to happen, but I don't know. 56, you know, sometimes, especially if you're Black, you might have some heart issues. So y'all need to talk and go to the doctor about that.
Hold on. Amos Coates says 56 ain't old.
It's really not, because I dated a 60-year-old. So.
Amos Coates is around that age or a little older, and he be taking them down in the Netherlands. You know, that's over there.
Listen, these LA, you know, mature men, it's a different breed out here. They look like the 40-year-olds.
What about Tiger Balm, Tiger Weed, Wacky Weed, Goat Weed? Dang, Jazzy, are all of these the things that you take?
Yeah.
With the last name Daddy. That's Smoke Daddy. That's Slick Tafari, you guys.
It is. I would say that would be my suggestion, is to have a conversation with him, for real, and let him know. Like, cause I feel like he's older and y'all been together you're 42 or 43 or
42, and he's
42.
56.
So
And they
y'all
got
been
3 kids.
together for 15 years. That's a minute. So it wasn't always like that. It's just that it's literally what TT said. Like, we are at our sexual peak. Like, you are living in the moment. You horny all the time. You want it. And he is starting to plateau. So he's gonna have to do things to keep it up. I think that's a fair and honest conversation. Or it's like, if you're not gonna have that conversation, it's like what Tanjareen said. It's like the foreplay has to get you almost there.
Your hair and face look great.
She's gorgeous.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks,
okay.
guys. God got the braid. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where did everybody go? Oh, I got my hair braid. I leave to go to Tulum tonight. So
Of course you go to Tulum, bitch. Of course.
girl, I'm
Of
gonna
course
listen.
you're
Don't
going
do
to
that.
Tulum. I love it. It's so
This is not a
cliche.
sugar daddy trip. I'm going for my sister's 40th birthday.
Sure.
So
sure.
I wish this was a sponsor. No, please trust me. I wish this was a sponsor trip. I'm like, I'm about to text Patrick again from my part-time work. I was like, can you make sure that clear? See, y'all, I'm not a sugar baby.
I got a question, Tender Loves, before we get you out of here. The 2 questions. First question is,
Are you throwing out the news? Oh, no, I thought you.
I got news
Okay.
to her in my phone.
I don't.
Well, you need to talk to her separately. She looks amazing, by the way. Anyway.
I sent you my nudes.
Yes. And we looked at them at the beach that time. You were passing around all
yeah,
that crazy stuff with the things that were happening in the video.
I did what? I was like, dang, I didn't know I'd be. Listen.
You be sending them to everybody, girl. It's good. If I look like that, I would.
Listen, I mistakenly, because I mistakenly texted here and I just freaked out. Oh my God. It was not a really good one.
He pretends he deleted them.
So Tahir got the news too?
They talked about it.
It was an accident. No.
He said it was an accident.
No, that was an accident for real. Because I was like, why did my dude text me back? And then I looked at my phone. I said, oh my God. And the 2 minutes passed where you couldn't unsend. Baby, I laid that. Yeah, I was sick. I laid that on the hotel floor.
What's your question?
So you know I was sick.
Oh, let me remember real quick. My first question is, do you find sex with older men or younger men has been more satisfying?
She obviously is the older. That's all she likes.
Aggressive much? Angry much? Okay.
I ain't got the news.
Okay, so let me explain this. Let me explain why.
Okay.
In my situation, I feel like older men a lot of times know their way because they got a little more age on them, experience. They know their way around the female body a little more.
Okay.
And so, sometimes think of like, so, one of the guys I was seeing was, coming off the, heels of the sexual exploration. You got deep throat, all these things happening, the birth control is being introduced. So it's like a different ballpark. And so the way that they please you and take their time, like, I mean, I ain't never had no man kiss me from my head to to the bottom of my feet until I start messing with somebody over the age of 50. It's just different. Literally, they take their time and they work you slowly.
Okay, stop right there. That's the advice I wanted to give to the ladies. I wanted you to say it to them, ladies.
Even if you just do it once in your life.
Is that also why this is another whole topic, but is that why men leave that first wife to get somebody younger? Because he done learned how to be better in the bedroom, and now he goes with the younger one, and she's all open with all the amazing things he does to her in the bed. Close your eyes and don't get no ideas. Go ahead.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think when I talk to men where that happens, I feel like they probably feel like they settled or felt that was just the reality of it. They settled because they thought that it was something that they were supposed to do just because that's what everybody was doing, especially depending on where you're from.
She like grand husbands, Green Ranger says. Ha ha! Old men
be regular daddies. They kids just be close to my age. They be regular daddies.
Miss Mia agrees. So apparently she's had some older men as well. 55 and 11 life, y'all. Don't sleep on us, Isaac. And Amos Coates said. All right, we're gonna get you out of here because
these are age things, but I did all of this before I even hit 25 to you.
It's different. So, you probably do. Did you sleep with an older woman before you slept with Tange?
Of course. I had all older women. So I took what I learned. But at the same time, it's like, listen, man, first and foremost, how dare Tange have nudes and I don't have
Why
nudes?
Did you go back to that topic?
Because I'm offended.
And this is
But
Isaac said,
Tanjareen is different. That's my girl. Like Tanjareen knows what it's a different relationship with women. Like we have all likely seen our homegirls naked in some form or way because we've gotten dressed with them. We've gotten, is this a good one to send? So it's different with women. My homeboys ain't never seen me naked, and the ones they have, I've smashed.
You okay?
It's always
Sorry.
good to see you, Dominic. You take care of yourself.
He's from New York, but I'm in Orlando, Florida. I hope y'all live in the same place, Dianese.
This is just getting worse and worse.
Lexi says CT is tight about them nudes. Send the nudes. Is it age or personality though? CT, I'm upset too. Will Smith says.
Man, I accidentally sent some great nudes to here, and but anyway.
No, they wasn't good. They wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Trust me, it wasn't good.
All right, we have to get out of here. Thank you so much for getting on camera with us. You are gorgeous. We adore you in real life. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
You got on the t-shirt though?
It was a like what do you
I
call
ain't never
it?
seen you in this much clothes. Is it cold in your house?
No, I went to work today. I went to the office. I'm about to go get a pedicure real quick.
You guys, she's sitting on a rack this size, and I thought she could share that with us today.
Oh, my bad. I was like, let me put chapstick on and keep it moving.
I don't give a damn about the chapstick. I was trying to see the jugs. Tanjareen, forward this man those news.
All the people want to see. Go to my Instagram and follow and subscribe to my YouTube. I need 1,000. So yeah.
Well, the problem with you is nobody knows your names because you
it's St. Angeles everywhere, except for it's not St. Angeles on Twitter because don't nobody need to see what I be saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So find St. Angeles.
St. Angeles.
Even though she's Dominique Lovings and Tender Lovings and Buttercream. All right, we love you. And her podcast is Whiskey Soured, and her candle company is, what's the name of it?
St. Angeles.
St. Angeles. Okay, great. See you later.
And everyone needs an Aquarius. We just did Surviving Diddy Part 6 or 7, whatever we are in this case.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Diddy. All right. And on that note, before I get flagged, let me get you out of here. Bye, gorgeous.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. We're at the end of the show. Bye. Love me some St. Angeles. Tinder, accidentally send the news to CT, Monty says.
Appreciate y'all holding me down.
I'm checking on the socials. Okay, Will Smith is looking. The Diddler. All right. Anything you want to tell before we get out of here? This was a long show today.
I appreciate you guys.
You okay, babe? You want to see her nudes?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have an incredible, incredible day. I accidentally sent it.
What does this say? Patrice is saying, she wants to know about Dianese. She says, I'd love to hear this in minutes. Is he finishing in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes? Because 3 and 5 ain't getting it. But if she can't get hers in 30 minutes, then yes, she's the one with the problem. I just wanted to make sure I read that before we got out of here.
Nice.
Good advice from a married woman. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
This is a good show.
It was fun.
I had a good time.